Hi, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to see SAP HANA real-time scenarios for support project I'm dealing with. So already initially we have seen the support activities for the first session, and this is the part 2. Okay, so I just want walk through what are the different support activities. Okay, here support scenarios, we can say the support activities like the major will be the monitoring, and in the monitoring part we'll be having some incidents and change request. We'll be having the month-end activities, year-end activities, and maintaining the relevant updates in the SharePoint. Okay, so these are all the items that comes under as part of the support scenarios. Okay, so these items we have to do if at all we are into the support project. Okay, so I'll walk through the step by step. So each and everything. So here monitoring part. First item is the monitoring. Okay, when I say the monitoring activities, in the monitoring activities, these are all the list I have listed of. These are the few critical things that we can. It would be the part of every monitoring projects. Okay, support projects. Under the monitoring, what are the responsibilities? So here we need to check, or else we need to monitor the business critical reports every day and confirm report is refreshed. So this means or it says that for the business, so for the client, if at all client starts their business at 8 a.m. Okay, 8 a.m. It's an Eastern time or it's an EMEA timings. Okay, anything. So before that, we have to monitor all the business critical reports. When I say the business critical reports, it might be the sales reports, it might be the financial reports, or it might be the controlling reports, any reports. So client will list out few of the reports that needs to be available before the client business working hours starts. For example, usually the timing should start at 8 a.m. Okay, 8 a.m. their timing. It may be US timings or something, okay, and European timings, okay, 8 a.m. for them. So before the business hour starts, we have to be in a position that all the report refresh should be completed. Once, okay, and once the business reports has been completed every day, we have to send an email notification to the business users. There will be a distribution list for the business. So these reports, critical reports, varies with the, like I mean to say, these critical reports related to the finance, sales, material management, anything, quality assurance, anything. So we have to send a notification to them that all the reports are available. Okay. Then what we have to do, what will be the third point? If any refresh delays, need to send a delay communication to the business and update with etc. So if in any case the underlying HANA model or the underlying HANA model and the SAP table is not refreshed with the current data, in that case, what we have to do, we have, and the report will not be refreshed, right? Refresh in sense, the report will not be updated with the current data, live data. In that case, we have to send a delay notification to the business stating that this report has not been refreshed with the current data because of dependent jobs has not completed. So though we will update you the estimation time of completion. In that way, we have to send a notification, email notification to all the business. In some cases, we have, let us for example, we have a 4 business critical reports are there. Out of 4, 2 reports has been completed which are related to the sales, and the 2 which are related to the finance which are not completed because of the table is not get updated. In that case, we can inform them in the delay communication email, we can inform them that the sales data is refreshed, but we have issue with the financial data which is not get updated. So we'll update you once the data underlying jobs are completed. In that way, we have to send a delay communication, and due to this, the financial reports is not refreshed with actual data. Okay, that way we can inform them. Fine. Then the fourth point is need to connect status meetings and calls. So for the first 3 points which are related to the report refreshes, okay, which are the key monitoring activities which starts Okay, whenever we are dealing with the monitoring part. And the second point is that once all these monitoring activities, I mean to say the report refresh, everything has been completed, then there will be a status calls or status meetings, we can say. So status meeting is something like, it's since it's a support project, we will be working on the incidents, change requests, and so on, right? Change request is nothing but the enhancement request. So those information, so whenever new incidents comes to your queue or the group's queue, then it will be assigned to you and your team members. So you will be working on those items, and every day you will be having a status call where you are going to inform them, these are the activities, these many are the incidents, it is on with me, and I'm working on the around the 3 items which are related to the 2 R incidents, and one is the change request. So these still my analysis is in progress, or I have identified, or else if at all you didn't get what the user is referring to. In that case, if you want any help from the leads or someone, then those will be discussed in this area, in the status calls or the status meeting, we can say. Okay. After that, update the log tracker with unknown issues. For example, data load issue has come up. Due to this, the report has not been refreshed. In that case, all those how you are identified and what are the next further steps that needs to be done, everything will be updated in the log tracker. Okay. Then the next point is work on incidents on the change request assigned. So this is based upon that only the status meetings uh, will be there for everyday activity. And the last point is need to connect with business user if any inputs required for change request. So I told you it will be enhancements come to you, right? So enhancement is nothing but the change request, which comes in the form of change request in the ServiceNow tool. Okay, so in that case, if at all user said that user said something but that you didn't understand. For example, user says that so and so sales detailed report, my data is not fetched, but I'm so this is what is the description of that particular change request. In that case, what report he told that he has given the report details. You are going to the Webby report based upon that. You are going the underlying HANA model, and then our business layer, our universe, or under that we'll be having the HANA model. But from where he's comparing everything, so that information he has not shared in the request. In that case, we will be checking with the user through, we'll be communicating with the user, business users, or the person who has raised that particular change request. We will be get in touch with him through email or else through Teams, or else we are going to update the log or the notes in the ServiceNow. So this is what the monitoring activities, support, we can say the supporting and monitoring activities comes under. Okay. So I hope you got this information. Fine, next, I'm moving to the next slide. Okay, so here I'm going to see, we are going something like incidents. So incidents are nothing but I told you. So in the monitoring activities in the support project, we'll be having the incidents and the change request, right? So incidents, first I'm going to discuss about the incidents here. In types of incidents, when I say the types of incidents, we'll be having the low, medium, and high. So what kind of request comes as an incident? Low, if at all it is low. So something like unable to access the Webby report. Whenever user try to access the Webby report, he will be not having any authorization. He'll be not be having authorization to run that report. In that case, what will be happening? We have to move this report to the security team, and security people will check whether that particular user have the uh, access to the specific area where the report belongs, whether either the report belongs to sales, finance, HR, something like that, but user don't have that authorizations, then he will be connecting with we need to route that particular incident to the security team so that they will follow up and they'll close that activity, okay, that incident. And the second is that report data is not up to date. report data is not up to date, something like report refresh is not completed. So I told you, whenever in the previous slide, we have something that activity that business critical reports, right? In that case, if the report, if at all we have, there is a delay for us from our end, that we didn't send any notification, delay notification to the end users or the business users, then they will go on creating a incidents stating that the report is not refreshed with current data, kind of thing. Either that is related to, that could be a low priority or that would be a high priority. Okay, depends on that. So this kind of things comes under the low area for the incidents. And what are the medium type? So medium is something like data mismatch. For example, in my detailed sales report, sorry, data mismatches with the source and the uh, Webby report. So my Webby report is detailed sales report, and he's comparing the sales report with the sales volume, which is coming from some VBAK table. And there the sales volume is different, and here the sales volume is different. So that sales volume is specific to so and so profit center. Okay, this profit center sales volume is differed from the SAP and the detailed sales report. So such kind of incidents comes up, then what we have to check? So firstly, we have to check in the top node, I mean to say at the report level, and we have to check at the SAP source. Okay, so here in SAP, most of the, because all these incidents will be taken care at the production end, we might not have the access to the SAP tables or SAP transaction codes. In that case, what we have to do, we have to concern the relevant functional team members. We have to reach out to them, and we have to tell them that, we have to show them this is the area, this is the report, and he's expecting the sales volume for so and so profit center. I want to see what exactly the value in the profit center area, okay, in the SAP system or SAP transaction. Then we have to do a screenshot with the functional team, and we have to get that information, and we have to take a snapshot of that. Then what is the table that is reflecting? So we're dealing, the functional team will provide you the SAP transaction information, right, where that particular sales volume is coming from. Then next question comes under that, we have to check with the functional team which table that is going to reflect. What is the SAP table? Then he will give the SAP table name. What we have to do, we have to check whether the SAP table has the same sales volume for the profit center or not, the user is expecting. Okay, that way we have to check from the bottom to the top row. Bottom in sense from SAP transaction to SAP table. And once the data is reflecting in the SAP table of the ECC, then we have to check in the SAP table in the HANA side. Okay, HANA table with the respect, because there is an SLT process, right? And if at all the data, in this case, what happened, the SLT is not happened. Because of that, the data is not, accurate data is not fetched there. So what we have to, what we have done is that we have informed our basis team that please trigger the replication job, so that we can get the actual data for the sales volume. So they have replicated the job, and data has come into the SAP HANA. It has been reflected into the report level. This is how the issue has been resolved. This is one of the case that we can keep. It's a real-time process. Okay. And the second one is that need business area in the material infosec report. So we had a one material infosec report where we need the business area, which business area field, but that business area field is not available in the HANA model or the report level. So firstly, we have checked the report level, Webby report. We don't have that Webby report level. We don't have the business area. Then we have come across the universe, because on top, Webby report is built on top of universe. So and from the universe, we have identified what is the HANA model, and we went to the HANA model, and we have further digged, and we have checked whether we have a business area or not. We don't have that business area. So what we did, So then we inform them that this is an enhancement one, because we don't have the business area has been selected in the existing HANA model, and which is underlying for the material infosec report. So we inform them that this should go through an change request or enhancement, not through an incident. And we update the log with those all the necessary information, and we requested the user to create a new change request or the enhancement request and close this incident. Okay, and as per the process, we have closed that incident. So this is how the things comes under the medium priority. Okay, and then we have a third item is the high priority. When I say the high priority is nothing but report refresh is not happened. So it's a that should be response very quickly, and we have to give them answers, and we have to resolve the issues, such kind of. Okay, the report, so the report is not showing any data. Sometimes what will be happening when the user runs the report, by the time in the back end the report refreshment is might be in the progress. Okay, so in that case what is happen, the data will not show, but after a few seconds, once we get that particular incident assigned to us, and we will try to check that we can get the data. So such kind, because the refreshment delay happens when user trigger the job, trigger the report, at the same time the refreshment parallelly the refreshment process will be going on. In that case, the report data will not be appear. So that one would be the come as a high priority. And the second one is that if at all we didn't send the delay email, refresh report delay email refresh, we didn't send to the end business user in time. In that case, business users will raise a incidents to us with the priority one, stating that the report is not refreshed with the current data. Such kind of things falls under high priority incidents. Okay, so these are the types of incidents we have: low, medium, and the high. So this is, we can say, the data flow here. We'll be having the top node as Webby reporting, and underlying this Webby reporting is based upon the universe, and universe is based upon the HANA models. We have a landscape here. You can see development HANA with underlying development ECC, quality, and the production. Okay, so this we can say as, we can take this as a landscape for the real-time scenarios. And this is what about the incidents. Okay, so if you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.